to start by saying that they killed my name. It's a Z, right?
It did.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome, and thank you for joining us on this exciting and historic day for Orlando City Soccer Club. My name is Jackie Maynard, and I am the Senior Communications Manager here at Orlando City, and it is my honor to introduce you to the two gentlemen to my left. First, welcome Orlando City Executive Vice President of Soccer Operations, Luiz Muzzi, who begins his second season with the club in 2020. Joining him on your right is the newest head coach of Orlando City Soccer Club, Óscar Pareja. Pareja returns to Major League Soccer after a year in Mexico's Liga MX. Prior to that, he spent 7 seasons in Major League Soccer, first with the Colorado Rapids, then with FC Dallas, where he and Muzzi worked together. During his coaching tenure, Pareja reached the postseason 5 times, won the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, the MLS Supporters Shield, and was named the 2016 Major League Soccer Coach of the Year. In both 2015 and 2016, his FC Dallas teams hit the 60-point threshold, becoming the first MLS club to accomplish that feat in back-to-back seasons. Óscar, welcome to Orlando City.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
To begin, we will start with opening statements from both Luis and Óscar, and then we'll go to media questions, which we can ask in both English and Spanish. Luis.
In Portuguese.
And Portuguese. Luis.
Well, I know that this was the icebreaker. They wanted to do something for me to kind of like make fun of something, so thank you. But it's not today. It's a very happy day for me, for the club. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to have Óscar here. A great coach, a great person, a guy who I can say is my friend. It's not only a great coach, but someone who, if you guys don't know him, you get to know just a great person. Just a guy that has all the values that we're looking for, the work ethic that we're looking for, everything that we're looking for. When we started this process, we started looking for a new coach. I couldn't find a better name. I couldn't think of a better name than Óscar. Every time that I stopped and I said, okay, this one guy here has A or B or C qualities. This other guy here has X, Y, and Z. And I thought back about Óscar and I say, Óscar has everything, has all of those. So for me, it's like I say, it's almost like, how could I find somebody better? I could not. And so that's why I'm so happy to be sitting here next to Óscar. We made it happen. And I'm super excited. I'm really excited to have Óscar and his team, and the future is bright.
Óscar?
Oh, thank you so much, Luis. And I would like to thank also Alex and the people who made this possible. I would like to say to you all that today is a great day in my career as well. Coming back to Major League Soccer is another big opportunity to keep growing after the last year where I spent fabulous time with Cholos in the Liga MX. A year he made me grow tremendously too. And I accept this challenge and I accept this opportunity because I see Orlando City as one of the Major League Soccer teams who has more ground to cover. And I'm very positive with the opportunity. I see a lot of stuff that can be made here in the future, but I also recognize that there is many things that you guys in conjunction with the team and the players have made in these 5 years. Has been a lot of building here. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy, very optimistic. And with the group of players, we hope that we can give you a lot of good days and but we can create or keep creating a big story for Orlando.
We'll open with Julia in the front here.
Julia Poe, the Orlando Sentinel. Oscar, when you started this conversation, what was it about Orlando City that sold you on coming to the club and taking this job?
I saw a team who has a lot of big expectations, and there is a lot of work to do here. As I said to you, there is 5 years of building here, and last year included with the frustration that can create to any team who doesn't make the playoffs. The club make the semi-final and the cup, and there was a lot of good news too that happened during the year. But still, there is a plan that Alex and Luis have with creating a new facility, a facility that can group the academy, the OCB, and also just start putting an identity, not new identity, but start developing that identity even more. So I see a great future here and a bright future that I would like to be part of.
Austin.
This is for either one of you. Back in FC Dallas, a lot was made of the culture that you guys built with the academy and going up to the first team. What now with Oscar here do you hope to do with the culture and kind of building that into what FC Dallas is, or just your own unique kind of brand of culture?
I think that I've been saying this from day one when I got here, that I think that we have a lot of talent in the area. There's a lot of kids playing the game here, and this is Central Florida. You can play year-round. And I've been saying that we trust the talent that we have here, and we have to develop this talent. It's our part of our mission here should be that we're connected to the kids playing here, the families living here, and it's something that we believe, and I think that Oscar coming in facilitates that because he has the same values. So I think for us, it's extremely positive to have somebody here who shares the same values. I think that he can talk a little more about that. But
Right. The best experience that I have in this country since I started playing here in 1998 was having that vision of believing in the American player. In 1998, when I came here, I found obviously a league that was just starting 2 years. And the players that we received in the club were coming from the college, whether were international players who came from abroad, or the players who came from college. And that was a culture that I respect too much. And I still think there is a great value that Major League Soccer have, is having a player who can go and study and get his career, and after that, he can be a professional soccer player, just being educated. It doesn't happen too much in many other countries. But after that, I start thinking that why the Major League Soccer clubs doesn't have academies, and the way we grew up in our countries. And we saw that possibility in FC Dallas, who was probably one of the pioneers in that area, and see the Americans players just getting an environment where they can grow, they can develop, they can feel that they're part of a program who has an ultimate goal, who is playing professional. Many of those players dream on playing pro in the league. Many of them went to college, which is, once again, a great opportunity that this country provides to the athletes. And I can see that in every single team in the league. And when I see Orlando with that potential, that inspired me. And to be honest, I would like to be part of that, developing players in Orlando, and see home grounds growing here as well, as happened in Dallas or happened in any other MLS team. That is many other clubs are doing it very well, and I think Orlando is doing it well. Because you have Benji, you have Patiño, you have people who has been part of this culture, and that's fantastic. Why not just be the city who can keep growing in that area? And I'm inspired to come here because that's one of the things that we have done before, without forgetting that we need to get results. And probably we all feel that urgency to get results, and I don't escape about that responsibility. It's something that we would like to see here. But we like to have that positive mentality and transmit that to every single person who is involved in this club, including you all, that you are the one who connect us with the people. You are the ones who connect us with the community and start creating what we are dreaming of. Just put a team in the top of the Major League Soccer, standing first, and then also be proud of a culture that we all can start not doing it again, because it's something that has been in construction with 5 years, not many years, but 5 years, a lot of work that many people has done. Just continue with that and make it better.
You're going to go to Evan and then Farah.
Oscar, what is it going to take to translate that potential into winning at the rate and the level that the club expects? Because the club has strong support, facilities, the new facilities, but it hasn't won yet in a way that the fans and the club wants and expects to win.
Right. Winning is something that we all want. And at this stage of the year, there were teams that are very frustrated because they didn't make the playoffs, they didn't have a good year. Other ones that want to continue with their success. In January, we all going to be champions for sure. And February, the preseason, everybody will come here with positive energy, players, media, owners, coaches. In the summer, there's teams who are struggling. There are others that are probably just accomplish the objectives. And then the cycle continue with the end of the year, where some of them just sit down and say, yeah, we achieved these things, other ones couldn't. The only way to achieve results is to get everybody with the same attitude. Believe that the things can be done and work. After that, there is nothing else. We can guarantee to the people here in the community that we're going to work hard, and we're going to give our time and all what we have learned and all what we have built in our careers in behalf of this vision. We need to get results, and we all know that, but results are going to be a result of many good things well done, and that's starting today.
Go to Farah and then to Walter.
Hola, Oscar Pareja, acá Farah de Telemundo. Bienvenido a la ciudad bella de Orlando. Quería preguntarte como 3 cositas en español. Primero, ¿qué fue lo que te motivó a aceptar este trabajo en Orlando City? Quería también saber tu filosofía y qué tú crees en lo que tú has podido conocer de la ciudad y del equipo que le hace falta para ser un equipo ganador. Gracias.
La primera pregunta, ¿cuál fue?
¿Qué te motivó llegar aquí, aceptar este trabajo?
Bueno, mira, tengo que ser muy honesto con ustedes, y no lo hago con orgullo ni con ningún sentimiento de otro que decirles que escogí Orlando por encima de algunas otras oportunidades que tuve en una semana después de que terminé mi participación en México, porque veo mucho potencial en esta franquicia, porque veo muchos deseos de triunfo de la gente. Porque cuando vine acá a competir contra Orlando, encontré un estadio lleno y la gente muy involucrada con su equipo, y tengo esa memoria en mi cabeza, porque hay mucho trabajo que hacer con la academia, porque veo chicos que están inspirados a defender un estado como la Florida, que ha sido de alguna manera apartado del foco de la MLS. Bueno, nosotros cuando llegamos acá estaba Tampa y estaba Miami y todo eso. Ya después no hubo y luego vino Orlando. Y yo creo que la Florida es y debe ser un foco de fútbol en la Major League Soccer. Es un estado muy futbolero que debe tener éxito y a mí me gustaría estar ahí. Ojalá lo podamos lograr. Acerca de mi filosofía, pues mira, yo trato de construir equipos con mucho carácter, equipos que estén comprometidos con el trabajo. Lógicamente, los partidos que juguemos tenemos la responsabilidad de ganar, que eso es lo que mide al final si tu filosofía sirve o no, pero nos gusta ser protagonistas de los partidos, que la gente se identifique, que la comunidad se identifique con Orlando, que vean en su equipo un equipo trabajador, luchador y con una visión ofensiva y protagonista de los juegos. Tal vez me olvidé de otra pregunta. ¿Qué hiciste?
¿Qué tú crees que le hace falta al equipo para mejorar y ser un equipo ganador y llegar a la postemporada?
Mira, ganar no es fácil. Ganar no es fácil porque en el año solo gana uno. Los otros pierden. Entonces no es fácil. Ahora, cuando no quedas campeón no es perder, y que perdiste todo. Y si no clasificas a los playoffs, pues perdiste todo el trabajo. Yo creo que para ganar se tiene que construir y este equipo y esta franquicia ha estado construyendo por 5 años. 5 años de trabajo. Que no son muchos en franquicias que tienen más de 100 años y en otras que tienen 20 acá en la MLS. Entonces, hay que hacer un trabajo de ser positivo, de traer buenos jugadores, de fortalecer a los que hay, de darle una identidad de juego al equipo, de llenar el estadio, de convencer a los fans, de traerlos también, a los que se fueron y no han vuelto y que quieren a su equipo. Y yo quiero invitarlos a que vengan, a que crean en este proyecto.
Walter.
Óscar, ¿cómo está? Un gusto saludarlo. Ayer conversaba con varios colegas sobre su forma de jugar. Yo tuve la oportunidad de verlo muy de cerca en Dallas, también el seguimiento que se le hizo en Xolos, y yo hacía un análisis muy propio, ¿no?, de lo que yo consideraba que eran sus equipos. Surgió una interrogante que era principalmente en saber si con la plantilla que hoy tiene puede desarrollar eso. Y no tuve argumentos para responderlo porque entiendo que a este equipo en la temporada pasada le costaba mucho generar fútbol de mitad de cancha para adelante, que era muy vulnerable defensivamente y que además era un equipo que siempre era atacado por el medio, o sea, era muy sencillo hacerle goles. Le pregunto a usted, con lo que tiene hoy, profe, ¿le da para competir al nivel que usted quiere o qué tanto tiene que reforzar a su equipo para lo que usted quiere desarrollar? Muchas gracias.
Bueno, pues primero me alegra mucho verte acá. Lo otro es que la plantilla que hay en este momento, porque yo apenas acordé con Orlando hace unos pocos días, lo estamos evaluando bien, necesitamos reforzarnos, pero yo creo que tenemos que tener la responsabilidad de que no vamos a firmar por firmar solamente para mostrar movimiento en el roster. Yo quisiera, bajo la experiencia que he tenido en la MLS, de tratar de elegir muy bien al jugador que se identifique con la propuesta de juego y que se identifique con la identidad que queremos seguirle dando al equipo. Entonces quiero que tengan paciencia y quiero que los fans también entiendan que esto es un proceso, que no podemos hoy desesperadamente firmar a cualquier jugador solo porque queremos mostrar actividad. Queremos tener la responsabilidad de traer jugadores acá a Orlando que se identifiquen con el proyecto. Siempre escucharás de nosotros los entrenadores que nada es suficiente y siempre vamos a querer más jugadores. Entonces no voy a romper yo con ese comentario, pues ojalá que sí podamos traer más. Pero por ahora estoy muy contento con la plantilla que hay porque tenemos uno de los mejores jugadores del fútbol europeo, como Hernani, que creo que la comunidad debe estar muy orgullosa de tenerlo acá. Tenemos un jugador seleccionado por la selección sueca. Tenemos jugadores que son seleccionados de Ecuador, Méndez. Tenemos jugadores que vienen con mucha fuerza, como los mencionados anteriormente, como Benji, como Patiño, Ruan, que hizo una gran temporada, Oriol, que acaba de ser refirmado y que para mí es desde que lo enfrentaba con Kansas es un grandísimo jugador y yo creo que tiene un potencial inmenso para seguir liderando este grupo. Y sigo mencionando muchos más. Entonces estoy muy contento con la plantilla. Me gustaría que pudiéramos reforzarnos, pero que nos reforcemos bien. Esa es una gran responsabilidad nuestra.
We're going to go to Christian, then to Mike.
The Oscar, the success you had in Dallas and then Mexico, for the fans that maybe haven't seen a lot of your teams, what can they expect from the product you plan to put out there on the field? We know hard work and the attitude, you said that, but just maybe what it's going to look like when they start playing.
That's an easy question for the coaches, especially before we start working or presenting the team in front of you. So I will repeat what we have said before, that we would like to have an attacking mode team all the time, that we can be aggressive, we can score a lot of goals, and we can create a team who can be in that offensive mind all the time. Now I'm going to tell you what is deep in my heart. I hope that I can find in every team that I coach 3 things. First, character, identity, what we want and we would like to create in the club that we are representing, and balance. And balance means a team who knows how to attack and how to defend too, because sometimes we think that the game is just said in the words that we're going to be an attacking team, and obviously this is what the fans like to have, and this is why they come to the stadium. So we like to have that. Obviously, not forgetting that the balance in the teams is what gives you the titles and trophies.
Mike.
Oscar, was it a concern of yours at all that this franchise has had a lot of coaching transition over the years, or is that just the nature of the game and what you expect?
Right, it's good to see you, Mike. It would never be a problem or a concern for me. The dynamics of the clubs in terms to the coaches, because we are the ones who can make ourselves stay in the clubs or not with the work and with the results. It's becoming more normal, Mike, around the world, because people is very excited. I'm gonna use the right word. People is very urgent to get results. And we all very focused on trophies and what is happening right now. So the dynamics of hiring and firing coaches around the world is normal, and I think we all used to it. So it's not a concern at all, because what we're going to hope is that we bring what Orlando's needing, and I would like to have that, Mike.
Go to Luke, and then Mike Ramajo.
Luke Hetrick, Spectrum News 13. This question is for both. Obviously, there has been a high number of turnover from the head coaching position the past couple of years. Both of you can answer this. How is Oscar different than coaches that we've seen in the past, and why, in your mind, is he the long-term solution here?
That's a hard question, and that's for Luke.
We all, Oscar just said, right, we all expect results. It's not uncommon these days in the world of soccer to see that happening, and you see it all over the place, not only here. Why is he different? That's a question that only time can answer. I know the guy, I know the work, I know what he can bring to this club. And time will show everybody why he's different. But I think the question should not be why he's different. I think the question should be why he's the next step in the construction of this club. Because it's not about being different. It's about building on things that are already here and that we're very thankful for the other guys that were here before and that put a lot of work, a lot of hard work in building the club. And the things that those guys did are not just left behind. They're part of what we are. And we're going to take those a step further and continue building the club.
Go to Mike Gramajo in the front and then Nigel in the back.
Oscar Pareja, Mike Gramajo, good to see you again. Welcome to Orlando. I wanted to ask you, and obviously Luiz Muzzi as well, with the current roster, I know you touched a little bit in Spanish, if you can kind of touch it in English. With the roster that you have, do you see the potential of this team making the playoffs this upcoming season? And for both of you, what's going to be the priority going into the offseason in terms of getting the right players for the team?
I will translate what is I spoke in Spanish about the roster. I believe in this roster, and Orlando, despite of the frustration that you all and the fans have on not making the playoffs, when you review the season, you see a lot of good things. And I did my homework, and I saw that. So I believe in the roster that has put in place here. I hope that this refresh can help, and we can keep using and we can keep developing what Jason and Brian and James had done. As Luis said, I think this is a construction that I started 5 years ago, and I would like to come and be one of those who help, who has been done with this roster. Now I would like to bring some other players to help us. I would like to have some additions to the roster who can make Orlando better and excite the fans to come or keep coming or come back to the stadium. But I would like to bring the right player, not any, and not just because he's a good player and then he's the one. I would like to identify what is the correct player who needs to be part of this community, this franchise, this team, and this a model of playing. So we would like to be wise there, and sometimes patient. It's not just signing players because we want to show the face to the fans. And I would like to be accurate with that.
Nigel in the back, and then we'll go to Julia in the front.
Good morning, gents. The question I've got for you is really for both of you in terms of what is the relationship between a head coach and a general manager, and specifically who makes the decisions in what areas?
It's a very generic question. The relationship is one of collaboration, right? It's one of knowing what we need to bring to the club so that the coach can be successful, right? From my point of view, it's like we analyze the roster, we analyze the conditions, we analyze the structure, and we see what things we need to bring so that we put everything in place for the coach to have tranquility to work and develop his work. So it's one of discussing, like what Oscar was just saying. Like, so we'd like to bring players, but we'd like to bring players that will make a difference, not just sign a player because we want to sign a player and make news. That doesn't help us. So it's our job to communicate and make sure that we understand what's needed. And it's not only about, for example, bringing a great player, because I can bring a great player that won't fit what he's looking for. And then we're probably going to be in more trouble because we have a great player who is not kind of bringing the stuff that we need. So there's a lot of work in terms of communicating and making sure that we understand exactly what we need in terms of players. Aside from that, the whole thing about structure is something that the club has been working on. And it's not only me, Actually, I'm a small part of that. It's ownership, and it's the front office, and it's everybody. For example, with a new training facility, I mean, that's humongous. I can't even start saying how big that is to have that facility, and to have the academy and to have the second team, everybody in the same place. So that's something that we try to make available, or make our everything that we can to give conditions to the coaching staff. And then the coaching staff will come to us and say, listen, I think that I need this or I need that. And then it's something that we need to discuss. Sometimes we can do it. Sometimes we can't do it. Sometimes we have to find another way, a new way to do it. That interaction is what makes the relationship successful.
Okay. And Julia, last question, please.
Oscar, you've touched some on the fans, but just going into the start of your tenure here, kind of what do you want them to know about you and how you're approaching this, and just kind of what do you want your message to be to them going into the start of this?
I would like them to hear this. I saw the first, obviously you surely were part of that too. I saw 5 years ago in TV the first home game, and that was tremendous. That created an impression on how the community is here, and I won't forget that. I won't forget that because after I came twice here to play against Orlando, and what I found was a group of fans very involved with the team, and that's exciting. That's exciting, especially on a country that is growing tremendously in that area, showing the world that people comes to have fun and to support their clubs and see how is that growing a lot. So I would like them to know that if they have been faithful with their team, despite of the struggle, we like them to commit with our character and responsibility and compromise to keep working for what they're looking for, and hopefully we can give them a lot of joy. But also with the ones who have skeptical about what can happen and probably are coming in a date and maybe not in the next game, I would like them to stay. And the ones who didn't return, I would like them to come and support us and keep building on Orlando's traditions and culture and identity, because this club has to have the representation for Florida, a big state that for me smells soccer all the time. So I hope that the fans come and help us to keep going.
Luiz, Oscar, thank you very much. We all look forward to an exciting and successful 2020 season. If you'll give us just a few minutes, we're going to move the table and we'll have a photo opportunity. Thank you.